बॉटनी का पुस्तक लिखना कोई दही चूड़ा सकरात में खाने जैसा नहीं है. Just now I am attempting to write the anatomy of flowering plants. In anatomy, it's very good if it is a primary growth, that is growth in the length, that is the vertical growth of either descending roots or ascending a stem. The primary growth is simple, but the secondary growth, mostly in the dicots group, that is increase in the thickness or the girth, I mean the diameter of the stem or the roots, is called secondary growth, and it is very dynamic process in the roots and stems of generally dicotyledonous plants. The group of cells having different kinds of or patterns of distribution become meristematic, and the groups create secondary tissues, and it's very difficult. Even in the NCRT, the most celebrated book of the plus 2 standard in the whole India, they have labeled the secondary growth not so nicely. But Swami even knows from where the NCRT books had copied the diagrams. Therefore, it's not that much easy. People are always saying that Brahmacharya, write as early as possible because you are a poor person and you would earn your pocket money instead of taking from mother. You would be independent. Everyone will say, but writing book is not a cakewalk. Most of the books in the markets, most of the books had or has borrowed from the standard foreign writers. One standard book creates many standard books. My lots of friends, when I talk to them, they say that I have also written a book. Sometimes good publishers are publishing bad books. I have seen that. They have just noted down the points in a sequence order, tabulated the facts, and has made children as foolish as possible. Therefore, my book is in the form of a textbook. It would be coming very soon. Taxonomy, morphology, and anatomy. Taxonomy is the general thing that is only concerned about the general categorization and classification of the living organisms, while morphology is concerned with the flowering plants because it's a book of botany. वनस्पति शास्त्र का पुस्तक है, तो फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स का मॉर्फोलॉजी है, न कि एनिमल्स का. एनाटॉमी जो है, इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर, वो भी फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स का है. प्लांट्स में भी कैटेगराइजेशन है, तो फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स का है. Not of gymnosperm, bryophytes, pteridophytes, algae, and all that. Because in 11th, this syllabus is only concerned with the flowering plants as far as botany is concerned. But it's really very difficult. People often say that Brahmacharya have gone mad writing your books. I'm not a mad person. But writing books is not a simple task. It is not cheating from 4 or 5 books. pasting, copying, and all that. These are quack authors promoted by good publishers. Nowhere in this world there is neatness in the work, devotion, dedication, creation, creativity, and all that. Look at the Swami. Swami has bought one cabbage of the family Brassicaceae. Whenever I am fascinated about botanical structure, I was fascinated by this cabbage. In fact, it is from my village. I have many acres of land. I bought this cabbage. Look how nice the morphology of this cabbage is. That is the external structure. This is commonly called, I'm giving you the certain ideas about general botany. This is called a rosette of leaves. When leaves are crowded together and the internodes are very short, and the region behind it that the leaves are crowded, then the word that is used is the rosette. You may see a rosette in the water hyacinth as a flowering plants coming from West Bengal during the Britishers' time. I have prepared herbarium for my college and won several prizes from university, Patna University. This is the secondary growth of the dicotyledonous roots. I have corrected many labeling and all that. This is the secondary growth in the dicotyledon or the dicot stem. See how difficult it is. Swami Brahmacharya is very poor, though he belonged to a very rich family. But I never earned anything. Therefore, I urge everyone who's watching this video to donate generously so that Brahmacharya is able to lead a decent life. I'm a very poor person. Though I own a land in my village, but how can I become a farmer? I've graduated from Patna Science College and very intelligent during my study tenure. Stood fourth in botany honors in the whole university. I was fascinated by the civil services, but the examination pattern never suited me, and I failed to clear the civil service exam because the way I study was in a very subjective and exhaustive way, and the civil services required a general ideas of almost every subjects and little bit depth in the mains during my preparation for the Union Public Service Commission. I gave mains several times, but I was unsuccessfully. I gave interview in the Bihar Public Service Commission twice, but I failed finally. But I was never attracted towards the pattern of examination, whether it is a federal service or the state service commission and all that. Even you score a good marks in the mains, the Union Public Service Commission members and their heads discriminate. There is regional discrimination even in the Union Public Service Commission. Sometimes your medium is Hindi and they start asking in English. Sometimes your medium is English, they start asking questions in Hindi. And they have पूर्वाग्रह से वो लोग ग्रसित होते हैं। उन लोग को तुरंत पता चल जाता है कि किसको सेलेक्ट करना है और किसको रिजेक्ट करना है। उसके बाद ज्ञान कोई मायने नहीं रखता। एंड बीपीएससी members are bunch of fools. That's only I have to say. Bye, friends.